Welcome to Tech Talk IT, powered by Software Mind.
Hello everyone, my name is Bucicovschi. I'm a DevOps Engineer at Software Mind, and this podcast is dedicated to someone who wants to deepen knowledge on sandbox environments. What is a sandbox environment? Imagine a child playing in a sandbox at playground. The child can build tunnels, can build castles, and experiment freely. He feels safe in a confident space. Similar in the tech world, a sandbox environment is a controlled, dedicated, isolated, and desired for testing, development, experimentation. It allows us to try new things without affecting the main system or create any unexpected changes in production environment or unexpected consequences. Key purposes and benefits of sandbox are isolation, where we can think of sandbox as a safety bubble. What happened inside stays inside. This means we can test new feature or changes without risk the stability of the main and live system. Replication. The sandbox often mirror our production environments. It replicates conditions, configurations, and even data of a real system, allowing the more precisely or accurate and reliable testing. Temporariness. Sandboxes are temporary. We create them when we need to try new things, need to try new versions, new configuration, and after that we can easily delete them, or it's automatically deleted. This makes them ideal for short time tasks, like checking a new feature or a bug fix or anything else. Flexibility. Users can customize the sandbox by their needs. If they can customize configuration, they can do any changes there, they can use any version of it, and it will not affect the main system, or it won't break anything. Learning and training. For new team members, sandboxes are pretty good tool to understand the system and in general the project itself, because he can experiment there, he can try things there, he can delete and see how it will behave, and it will be safe and easier and faster for new colleagues to learn. I'll go through step-by-step guide how sandboxes work in our case. First thing is user selection. When we have a pipeline where the user enter it, press build, and he can choose which services to build, which versions. He can choose or branches or add his own versions or own configuration. After that, behind the scenes, the system creates a new branch with the desired configuration, and after that it creates a sandbox itself with username, with user of creator. Next thing, the system checks the user's input and configuration. It validates its input, and in case of error or if everything is not okay with his input, it will throw an error and push a notification to developer, and developer or tester or user can check what's wrong with his environment. The next thing, sandbox environment is created, and users get the information of this environment with versions, with testing of this environment, because we have some automated tests that are done during the building the sandbox, and the developer can see the result of it. I'll go through a life cycle of sandbox and how it's used in our case, and mainly in other projects as well. A sandbox is set based on users' configurations of user specifications, also with his own versions, as I mentioned before, and that's it. Usage. The users test, develops, or experiments with sandbox how often he wants. He can do everything he wants in this sandbox, change the configuration as often as he wants, delete data, try new things, and so on. We have also maintenance of this sandbox. User can update the sandbox in any period of time to live of this environment, trying new versions, new configuration, or even he can drop all the data that is in this sandbox and create a new one. We have also expiration of sandbox. As I mentioned, it's a time to live, when user can choose for how many hours he needs this sandbox. Mainly it's between 1 hour and 10 hours. And we have a job that each hour checks these sandboxes for this time of creation. And in case sandbox, let's say it's more than 1 hour and the developer chose 1 hour, it will be deleted automatically without any possible way to get back data or anything else. In this case, users can create a new sandbox with new configuration and try out again new things. Or he can update if the time is the job is not started of deletion. The developer can update the time to live of this sandbox, so it will be, let's say, not 1 hour but for 5 hours, in case he didn't resolve the problem. Also, if, for example, developer created a sandbox for 10 hours, but he worked 5 hours and understood that he no longer need this sandbox, he can delete it manually. We are flexible in this case, and anything that developer need, he can do it by himself, or he can ask, let's say, DevOpses to update this environment with some specific configuration. It allows us not to use upper environments like development environment, like testing environment or staging environment. We are using sandboxes, and all the configuration are per users, for 1-2 developers or 2 developers and the QA, which can work all together for one feature, and it will be isolated and dedicated to them only, this configuration and sandboxes. I'll go through advantages and disadvantages of sandbox environments. Advantages of this is consistent environments. Everyone work in the same type of environments, reducing the thing it works on my machine. Again, because of mirroring the production environment with the same configuration, let's say, kinda. Parallel development. Multiple teams can work on different sandboxes simultaneously, speeding up the development. It means that, let's say we have a team of 10 developers, and each of developer can raise up a sandbox and work on its own feature. It will speed up the process of development because, for example, QA team can faster detect and not asking for update of, let's say, QA or test environment to test these things. It will, the testers will go through all of these sandboxes and try to test features of developers directly in those sandboxes. Quick feedback. After this investigation, testers usually have and give faster feedback, and not only testers but developer itself. They see that it doesn't work as expected, but it's like production environment, and he understands where is the problem, which service has a problem, and he can faster think of fixing it. And also easy reset. If something goes wrong, you can reset or recreate the sandbox, starting a new one, fresh one with empty data. And also we have some challenges during the period of time that we are using sandboxes. What it needs, new team members that in past didn't work with sandboxes, they may need some time to learn how to use sandboxes, how to configure them, how to efficiently use this tool. Sometimes we have unexpected errors that occasionally bugs appear in the sandbox that we don't have on other environments, and we have to investigate this, to do some patches, to update the configuration of it. Also maintenance, it requires regular updates and patches to keep sandboxes up to date and fresh. Complexity in setup, also in new project is the initial setup can be very complex, requiring very careful configuration and knowing the project needs, the colleagues needs, and sometimes it can be hard to start the process of development of sandbox environment because everyone from the team wants something own in this sandbox. And I will give some real life examples like feature testing. Before rolling out a new feature in a production environment to all users, to live users, we test it in a sandbox to ensure it works correctly, and after that we can easily roll out it to production, to live clients. Bug fixes. Developers can replicate bugs in the sandbox to find solution without fear of causing any issues in upper environments like staging, production, and it's easier. Also training. New employees can practice deploying code and using systems without the fear of causing any issues, again, in upper environments. Also, I have an example how we used sandboxes on a daily basis when we roll out in production. Before that, we had a lot of development, a lot of testing, a lot of bug fixing, features, and so on. And each developer had, and also everyone in the team had like up to 5 sandboxes each. And it was very easy to fix things, because how we see in let's say in a traditional development, it's you have 4 or 5 environments dedicated to development, dedicated to testing, for staging and pre-prod, which is can be completely different from each other. In our case with sandboxes, we had the same environment as on production with latest versions, with addition of development features and configuration that will be rolled out in production after testing, after checking the errors, checking if everything is okay, and it helped us a lot, and we speeded up process very, very good. I think that's all for today. Thank you for being with us, and we invite you to check other podcasts on our channel.
Learn from our experts how to feel it, live it, be it. And make sure to follow us on social media at Life at Software Mind.